today's testimony in the Diddy trial, where the defense is cross-examining Cassie, it looks like they brought up something that didn't end up really working out for them in the end. I think they intended to do something that, just didn't work out. Let me explain. So Diddy's defense attorney said that Cassie went into a treatment center that works with people who are experiencing sex compulsion and love addiction. This was a place that Cassie did go to in Arizona in early 2023. But she's like, that's not why I went in for sex addiction. I actually went in for PTSD because of all the trauma I experienced from freak-offs. So nice try, but if you're
the defense is really trying very hard to paint a picture to take credibility away from her and make her seem complicit in a lot of this behavior. And I don't think they're doing a very good job so far.
I don't think there are either. So she went they asked her what kind of therapy she had, and then she described doing EMDR, which is a treatment that you can do with eye movement. It's pretty interesting, and it sort of reprocesses information for you. So she had to stay there and get neurofeedback during treatment, and it's sort of trying to reprocess memories that you have to. And it initially was started with people who were soldiers who had post-traumatic stress disorder. So that is what Cassie was in that treatment center for, which does not probably go along with what the defense had in mind.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All righty, let's get into some blind items
Let's
today.
do it.
Be sure to like and subscribe. And let's start with this one right here. There is no way this permanent A-list rapper/producer earns what he claims he does in a recent lawsuit. He's either lying or there's some serious money laundering involved. There is no way this permanent A-list rapper/producer earns what he claims he does in a recent lawsuit. Either he's lying, I should say, or there's some heavy money laundering involved.
Permanent A-list rapper producer.
I mean, is it Diddy?
Nope.
Okay.
You know, when I think about
Different lawsuit.
A-list rapper producers who might be facing some legal issues, because when you're super rich and stuff like that, I don't know. Is it like Jay-Z?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know why, but we'll find out.
Yeah, according to the lawsuit, or according to the blind items, there's no way the permanent A-list or rapper/producer Jay-Z earns what he claims he does in a recent lawsuit. He's either lying or there's some serious money laundering involved. You may recall Jay-Z had that lawsuit thrown out where someone accused him of, you remember that lawsuit not too long ago?
Yeah.
There was some...
things got really uncomfortable for a hot second.
They got very uncomfortable when Jay-Z got tied very closely with a lot of the other stuff we are talking about here. Well, according to his countersuit, because I do believe he now has sued the individual who initially sued him, he claims just that lawsuit alone, the original one, he lost over $190 million.
Wow.
Because that's what he would have been making, and that's what he ultimately could lose because of the bad press around that and of him being distracted.
Okay.
And not doing what he normally would do.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that number's maybe a little inflated, but again, it's his case to make. So if he is successful, good on him. But
they usually go way over so that they can end up getting a settlement in the middle, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm. I don't know who's suing. Well, I mean, I do know who's suing him. You can go deep into that alleged victim. But at the same time, I don't know if he's going to get $100 million from that individual.
Yeah. I would imagine that the most important thing for Jay-Z is the publicity of it all.
Yeah.
Is getting, if he's victorious for $1, he would be happy in a way, right? Because that helps counter the narrative of all, because people just don't think very deeply or look very carefully at the reality of things. They just see headlines. And so for a hot minute there, it is understandable that he has a legal claim in this regard, because people would just see those headlines and instantly they're going to start thinking, Diddy, Jay-Z. And while the blinds may have been talking about stuff for a while, the average person is paying far closer attention to all those headlines. And so I think he's got a case. I think he would ultimately just be happy if he was victorious in the case, versus the money. because
the
his
money,
reputation is worth so much
That is
more.
exactly what he's fighting for, to prove that that person is making it up.
Yeah.
Well, it might be an uphill battle considering our second blind item.
Oh, God.
Speaking of Jay-Z, he is setting his sights on taking down this rival A-lister. The rival turned out to be correct on nearly everything he said about the disgraced producer, and now he's reminding everyone of how close Jay-Z was with that guy.
Ooh.
Speaking of Jay-Z, he's setting his sights on taking down this rival A-lister. The rival turned out to be almost correct on everything he said about the disgraced producer. Now he's reminding everybody just how close that producer is with Jay-Z, or was.
Can I guess 50 Cent?
You can.
This one? Okay.
And you can be right.
Absolutely.
Because it is absolutely Jay-Z and, of course, the disgraced producer being Diddy. According to this blind item here that kind of piggybacks off the last one, Jay-Z is now setting his sights on trying to take down 50 Cent because 50 Cent, of course, was the most outspoken, or one of the most outspoken people around Diddy prior to everything we're now experiencing. And just as recently as a couple of days ago, Diddy went on to Instagram and posted a whole bunch of pictures of Diddy alongside his good buddy,
50.
Jay-Z.
Did you say
50?
50.
Yeah.
50 posted a whole bunch of pictures of
50
Diddy
Jay-Z.
alongside Jay-Z. Just to remind everybody.
Oh, boy. Man.
So,
Yeah, again, there's the story and then
Yeah.
there's the telling of the story. And I think people are going to continue to talk, but
Yeah, that's pretty bold.
Yeah.
Remember when rap battles were just good songs? And now it involves just, posting
lawsuits,
on Instagram and lawsuits and victims.
Drake, anyone?
Yeah.
well,
Yep.
there you go.
There we are.
This long-time rivalry between those two, we'll see how it continues to play out. But many people in the blinds have been kind of reminding everybody, or at least pointing us in the direction that Jay-Z 50 Cent might be in a glass house throwing stones, and maybe he should be a little careful based on some of his behavior. But he clearly feels like he doesn't think he's got anything to lose.
Yeah.
Because he's being very outspoken. He's partying last night at the Sports Illustrated party, hanging out with Salma Hayek and Livy Dunn and all the A-listers there, and posting pictures of Diddy and Jay-Z.
Oh, gosh.
He's feeling good about himself
All
right now. We'll see how that plays out.
Yeah.
Good luck to you, sir. I would
Yes.
just always be really careful. I mean, karma to me is like, something to pay attention to.
Definitely. All right, let's roll on and do another one here. You guys got those first two. Let's step away from some of that problematic behavior and move on to this one. It normally would be a non-story, but the magazine that doesn't spend a lot of time diving into celebrity gossip has it out for this A-list singer / actress / producer. The magazine is sick of being lied to by celebrities, just like they were when the reality family lied to them.
Oh.
Normally, this would be a non-story, but the magazine that doesn't spend a lot of time into celebrity gossip has it out for this A-list singer / actress / producer. They're sick of being lied to, just like when the reality family lied to them not too long ago.
Uh-oh.
So I don't know who did you say A-list singer producer?
They've got an A-list singer, actress, producer.
I don't know who the A-list singer, actress, producer is. A lot of letters. But I'm assuming this is Forbes.
There you go.
Is it
And-
Selena Gomez?
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah, that makes total sense because, and of course, the reality family is the Kardashians. Because, of course, there was the whole thing about Kim being a billionaire. And then we were like, oh, hey, Forbes, what calculator did you use?
Yeah, I think it was Kylie, right? Or it was maybe both of them. But I remember Kylie, when she had the big makeup deal, that was like, oh,
Uh-huh.
Kylie Jenner's a billionaire now.
Yeah, I think it was Kim first.
Oh, okay.
Or no, was Kylie first?
Kylie first, and then they're saying Kim.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
people were
And-
like, but not so much Kim.
And now they're saying Selena. And again, the blind item is implying that maybe Forbes, the reason why we got this recent story about the nonprofit, actually, I don't know if it's a nonprofit or not, but that Wondermind, the company that was Selena
The
Gomez and her
mental
mom,
health.
who her mom had to, of course, take that lien out
Oh,
against
right.
her home to pay the employees. The story here is that maybe that was a non-story, but Forbes was sick of being lied to about how much these people are actually worth. And now
Okay,
they're trying
Forbes.
to take down Selena Gomez.
Check yourself. We get petty on this show. We don't go unnecessarily attacking
People's
celebrities.
moms.
Okay, maybe we do, but we
But-
certainly don't talk about fake stories. We do that too. Okay.
But we're not a publication that has anything to do with finance.
No, and I don't think
are
they
just
are. To be
answering the
fair, I don't
phone?
think Forbes is either lately.
Are they just going, oh, you're a billionaire? Okay. Like, I thought they were the authority on finding these numbers. So they're just trusting people calling up and saying, like, yeah, guess what? I'm a billionaire.
Based on the petty behavior we've just seen, it doesn't seem like we can trust much. Good luck to Forbes. I haven't had a subscription to that ever, so I don't.
Yeah. I don't think I'm too concerned about it. We trusted you.
Speaking of trusting somebody who maybe have deceived us a bit, let's move on to this next one. No, they absolutely are not. Usually you don't get engaged with somebody who you only see once every few months. This was just the next step in the publicationship to get us talking about them again ahead of the B+ list Nepo Babies tour and the A- listers' next few projects. No, they're not. Usually you don't get engaged with someone when you only see them once every few months. This is just the next step in the publicationship between this B+ list Nepo Baby ahead of that individual's tour and this A- listers with a few projects coming up. So,
okay,
A- lister with some projects coming up and a B+ list Nepo Baby who's got a tour on the way.
A B+ list Nepo Baby singer who's touring.
Is this a woman? Okay.
The lady is a Nepo Baby. Because her parents are singers as well?
No.
They're actors.
No.
They're models?
No.
They're politicians?
No.
They're sports people?
No.
They're Prince Harry and Meghan?
No.
They're Jesus?
Archie.
No.
Oh, Archie has a tour coming. Oh boy.
Okay, so what does that leave out? We always forget one. What does that leave out? Their parents are famous, though.
Yeah.
So their parents are business?
Well, kind of. I think they do some producing.
Okay, but it's
stuff.
What's going on?
It's
What, they
more
have
than
a
producing.
mermaid show? What's happening?
Director?
Yeah.
Oh.
Gracie
yeah.
Abrams?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because he's a director.
He's a director.
Okay, Gracie
Abrams.
Abrams.
Jesus, or whatever you guessed. No, it is Gracie Abrams, and of course, who?
Jacob Elordi?
Nope.
Well, who's Gracie Abrams with?
Let me look.
She's got notes.
Gracie Abrams. It's on the right side. I have a feeling.
Listeners, this is what we used to call Google
singer,
before Google.
Daughter
Now
of
it's
J.J.
just
Abrams. I know
God's
that
notes.
idiot. I'm talking
I know
to myself.
that idiot. Oh.
My notes. My notes.
Who are you calling an idiot?
Me. I'm reading
not
these and I'm going, I know that because I
self-talk.
wrote Gracie Abrams, daughter of J.J. Abrams.
Don't talk to
singer.
yourself like that.
And then I have drunk question mark next. That's
Okay,
all
so
I have.
how did you describe the individual?
This person who she is tied to in this publicationship is an A- list actor with some projects coming up.
A-. Oh,
Is it
Austin Butler? Nope, he's with that other lady. The Glenn Powell.
Let's see.
I
Oh, it's
think-
somewhere in these notes here of mine.
Chevy Chase.
Whoa, you're getting closer.
Chase
Pete Davidson?
You're
Crawford.
not getting closer at all. I'm just messing
Pete
with you.
Davidson?
No, not Pete.
Oh,
He's with Elsie Hewitt. They just moved in together.
oh, cute.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about this.
We definitely have many times because
Many
this
times.
this guy was talked about a ton this last year. 'Cause
Joseph
he
Quinn?
was very active.
No.
Ironically,
Callum Turner.
this guy,
This guy.
his most recent movie, starred alongside the guy that Joseph Quinn is going to be starring alongside in his next movie.
That is not helpful for my brain right
Okay.
now on a Friday.
Austin
Oh, actually,
Butler?
wait. This guy also starred in that movie with Joseph Quinn.
Was
Still
that
not
the
helpful.
is Oh,
I forgot Joseph Quinn was in this movie.
This is okay. So we call him an A- list actor. Give me something else we
Is
would
he an
know
American?
him from.
He is not an American.
okay.
Is
All
he
right,
in a
good. Let me
franchise?
Go to that.
He is not. Well, I mean, he was in the. It's technically a franchise. I mean, yes.
Okay, but not a
Hmm.
superhero.
No. He was in a much later sequel.
Paul Mescal?
Yeah.
Oh,
Good job.
Of course, he was in Gladiator 2,
Gladiator.
alongside both Joseph Quinn and Pedro Pascal. And Joseph Quinn and
Oh.
Pedro Pascal will be in Fantastic Four together. They're both
Mm.
fantastic. According to the blind item, though, no, they're not engaged. You don't get engaged with someone you only see once every few months. This is just the next step between building that publicationship or keeping it going, as Gracie Abrams has a new tour to promote. And of course, Paul Mescal's got a couple of projects coming up.
I hope that when I die, there will be a moment. Now, hopefully I'll see all of my friends and family first.
What is this?
But once that's done, once the reunions are done and I'm just trying to figure out what to do with my time, I hope that there will be a place that I can go to experience like what a publicationship is actually like from the inside. Meaning I want to be able to see like two people sitting down going, okay, we're going to get engaged on this day and we're going to do, things we just can't know because nobody's ever going to talk about them.
Sure.
I hope at some point in my consciousness.
In your death. No, you said after I die. So like a publicationship cruise from heaven?
You could, sure.
Heaven.
Of course. I would.
Publicationship purgatory is what you're looking at.
I would like that. But like when you die, you get all the secrets because you'll just know everything.
Yeah.
And I finally want to get the answers to all of my publicationship questions. Now, if anybody knows the answers and would like to give them to me before I die so I don't have to end my life
no.
in order to know these. I didn't mean that proactively. I'm just saying like we're all going to die. You know what I mean? I just need to know secrets.
I think a quicker route would just to become a publicist, and then you would know the inside.
Not gonna do
you don't
that.
have to pass away.
Okay,
go
fine.
to a publicationship purgatory cruise.
I would much rather go on a purgatory cruise.
I think you'll want to know other
Is that
things.
only with Catholics, though? Because they're the only ones that believe in purgatory.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know about that. They do know how to drink, but I won't be doing that. Although maybe I will in the afterlife.
Maybe you will in heaven.
No, sobriety should go on after my death. This is so dark. If I turn up dead next week, y'all.
No, do not say that. I don't
My
like that kind of
goodness.
stuff. Knock on wood. Where's this? Here. That's very superstitious of me.
Very superstitious. It's Friday, y'all. I'm just having fun.
Come on now.
It's another blind item.
Baby Billy.
Keep it rolling on. Bible bunkers.
Baba, baby, baba.
Let's keep it rolling on.
Dangerous.
At least there won't be another awkward. Wow. Let's start
Did
over.
you go into Uncle Baby Billy there?
Uncle Baby Billy. Yeah. Let's try this again. At least there won't be another awkward run-in tonight between the A-list reality star model and his and this lower on the list model / socialite with the athletic boyfriend. So we've got an A-list reality star / model and a lower on the list model / socialite with an athletic boyfriend. The A-lister and sibling are out of town, which also means the sibling's higher on the list boyfriend can mess around with some randos like he always does when she's gone. So we have got three parts here. At least there won't be another awkward run-in tonight between this A-list reality star / model and a lower on the list model / socialite with an athletic boyfriend. The A-lister and sibling are out of town, which means this sibling's higher on the list boyfriend can mess around with randos like he always does when she's gone. So we've got technically 4 people here. I think you'll know 2 of them, or 3 of them.
I think I know the 3.
You got them all? Okay.
I think it's Bella Hadid, Gigi Hadid, and Bradley Cooper. What?
Was this a Mahomes thing?
A Mahomes?
No, not a Mahomes. Because you said
Cannes Film
athlete.
Festival? I thought maybe you said sibling with a higher on the list significant other.
I did.
Oh my gosh, it does fit though.
It does fit. That was a really good guess.
But now I'm back to square one.
So we have, but I think you're missing one word here.
Okay.
There won't be another run-in between this A-list reality star / model and this lower on the list model / socialite with the athletic boyfriend. The A-lister and sibling are out of town, which means the sibling's higher on the list boyfriend can mess around with some randos like he always does when she's gone.
Is this a Kardashian thing? So Kendall, Chloe? No.
Oops, no, not Chloe.
Kylie. Timmy.
Chalamet messes around with randos?
We've been talking about that for months, but let me read what we have so far.
Are you telling me it's not true love?
I hope he does.
Yeah, I'm telling you that.
Don't
at least
No, wait.
Yeah, I heard.
What did you just say?
I don't know.
You need to own that.
I just don't like them.
What? No, but I need to understand what is in your head that makes you say that. Not that
Because I don't think it's a real relationship. So
Yeah,
I hope
okay.
he's getting somewhere.
Got it. Okay. I'm fine with that,
A
actually.
real live girl.
I just felt like you needed to explain it because
I'm
to the
real boy.
because to the average person, they're probably like,
No, I don't want
rude.
anyone to cheat on one in a real relationship. I just do not believe for 1 second that
Thank
that's
you.
a real relationship.
Okay. But you
It's
know,
it's a Kris Jenner production.
oh my God, for a minute, I thought you were going to say it was a Christian relationship.
No.
That wasn't real. It was Christian.
Let's fill in the blinds right
They're
now.
just having Jesus stuff. I should shut up now.
This is-
This is a really weird one.
I mean, I've already died.
It's been a very awkwardly religious version of Blinded by
I'm
the
sorry.
Item.
Maybe I'm.
Brought to you by Pope Leo XIV. At least there won't be another awkward run-in tonight between Kendall Jenner
Yep.
Yeah.
and still a lower on the list model / socialite with an
Okay.
athletic boyfriend. We don't have that individual yet.
Okay.
Kendall and Kylie are out of town, which means Timothy can mess around with some randos like he always does when she's gone. Who do we know who's lower on the list than Kylie and Kendall? That's a model / socialite with an athletic boyfriend
Olivia Culpo.
that had a
Christian
run-in.
McCaffrey.
That's a really good guess, but
Okay.
no,
It's not Kaya Gerber.
it's not. Think of, this is a deep cut, I will admit.
Yeah, because there's an athlete boyfriend
Okay.
who I'm not going to know.
sports stars. Let's see. How
But
about
we
But
have
what?
talked about it because this guy used to have a local tie here.
Oh, yes.
is this Josh Allen and Haley Steinfeld?
Lower
His-
on the list, model / socialite is how she's described. Think of
Models?
who's had rivalries or had run-ins with the Jenner / Kardashians.
Alabama Barker.
Very
Oh,
good
my
guess,
Lord.
but no.
Is it way back with like Tristan Thompson and
Yes.
Cutie Pie?
You're there.
Kylie's ex
Yes.
best friend.
And they,
Cutie
yeah,
Pie.
yes.
Yes.
And she's now dating-
Jordan.
Yes.
Whoa.
Look at you two go. You
Woo!
got there. And of course, who is Jordan Woods currently with?
It's a Minnesota
person.
Viking.
Nope.
No, a man who plays
Timberwolf.
sports in the
You
Timberwolves.
used to play for the
Anthony
Wolves.
Edwards.
Nope. Carl Anthony Towns
Carl,
is.
I knew
but-
there was an Anthony.
But here's why this is important, and let me fill this all in here. At least there won't be another awkward run-in tonight, and we're talking about the New York Knicks versus the Celtics game, because that game is
Oh.
tonight. Kylie and Kendall are out of town. You may remember the last time the Knicks played, who was on Celebrity Row. Timothy had Kendall on one side and Kylie on the other side on Celebrity Row.
Oh.
Well, after the game, there was a run-in where Jordan Woods and Kylie actually embraced and shared some excitement because Jordan Woods was cheering for her, I think maybe fiance now, but boyfriend,
Yeah.
Carl Anthony Towns, who currently plays for the Knicks. So she was there supporting her man, then saw Kylie. They had a little reconciliation moment, it looked like. Meanwhile, Kendall was in the background, just sipping her drink and
Wait.
acting like Jordan Woods didn't exist.
Weird.
You know there's
not
stuff.
weird, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know why there's stuff? Because like you guys said, Tristan Thompson allegedly was maybe
Chloe.
get with Jordan Woods at the time when he was supposed to be with Chloe.
Mhm.
And
So,
And meanwhile,
let's
then they
blame
had
the
to throw
woman.
Timothy in like, I'm getting some.
yeah.
Like,
I know.
why did they do that? Just to,
I don't know. He's just
Just to drive
like,
home the
and another
narrative.
thing. Timothy's getting it.
All
Oh,
I will say
boy.
though, and we don't have much time for another blind item, so I will just say, if you've got the chance, throw on the TV tonight. This is going to be more star-studded than the Met Gala.
Mm.
The game.
The celebrity row of the Knicks games are incredible, and now the fact that they're actually decent and winning basketball games tonight's going to be fun. Last
Okay.
time we had Cardi B and Stephon Diggs and Cardi B
Mhm.
on the sideline. You've got Bad Bunny. Ben Stiller was down there, of course. He's a
Charo.
big fan. Charo was
Oh my
there
gosh, you
telling us
guys.
how to eat some sort of kumquat.
Loquat.
Loquats.
Okay. Well, you guys crushed it today.
You know, I am really proud of us.
Me too. We went to heaven and back.
We cheated death.
We knew
Truly.
sports stars.
Yeah, I cannot. You guys got to Jordan Woods. That was beautiful.
We haven't talked about Jordan Woods in a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I do think would be better than, I don't know,
Relationship purgatory.
is if our listeners got us to 4,000 subscribers.
Oh,
And
please.
we are so close. I think we could do it by Monday. Do you think we could get 4,000 subscribers by Monday show, Dawn?
Yes, I do believe in you. I believe every single person out there that's watching that has a friend who might not be into celebrity gossip,
Testify.
but they can actually be smarter than us, and just tell them, listen, it's not just all about blind items. They say other weird stuff.
Yeah, you never know what's going to come out of these fools' mouth, but you will hear the latest juicy bits of gossip, and you'll get to play along and fill in those blind items yourself, because you can watch the premiere, which is usually 4 p.m. Central Time, Monday through Friday. We're also on the radio on myTalk. Give us a listen. You can also download the podcast wherever you get those, but leave a review, like, and subscribe there too. And don't forget all about the YouTube channel. Dawn, it's called, and Michael,
Blinded by the Item.
Bye!
Blinded by the item.